I'm I'm okay. God has called me to be a lover, so I love. That's just what I do, and I just want to talk to you guys about loving on our brothers and sisters out there and on each other. But yeah. So we're gonna open up the Bible to well, okay. I'm in Matthew chapter 7. We're gonna look at verse 9, where Jesus says, "Which of you, if his son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a snake? If you then, though you are evil, know how y'all aren't evil, but know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him? So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you." And you guys already know that the most like God's greatest commandment is to love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might, and also to love one another. Um, and for treasure hunting, like you really, I mean, you can get words of knowledge and you can get the boldness to go and talk to someone, but if you don't have the love for them, then it's not really gonna minister to them. Um, and I'm gonna share my testimony. Um, okay, so it was me and my friend, and we were walking on my school campus or whatever, and I ran into some people from Acts. Austin was there, and this other guy. Acts is our church, and they were on a treasure hunt, but I didn't know that. And so they came, and they're like, "Yeah, we're just looking for people to pray. Would you guys need some prayer or whatever?" I was like, "Yeah, pray for my friend or whatever." So they prayed for my friend, and then like before they prayed for my other friend, Austin was like, I'm sorry, I just feel like God is calling you to be a leader." And that just like it really touched me because I've heard that like my whole life, but I mean from a stranger, And so God used that moment to like call me. Like God used Austin to speak destiny into me. And it wasn't even like when I told Austin about like what I'd been going through during the summer, I just all these like temptations and stuff like that, Austin didn't condemn me. In fact, he told me his testimony. And it was just all out of love. Like it wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, well you're going to hell." It was like, "Well, hey, God loves you and he has a calling on your life." And so that like transformed my life. And God has been taking me on a whirlwind since then, and it's been pretty awesome. And so I was wondering if I could do like a live demonstration. So if we get like 3 volunteers. Anyone? One. It's not gonna be like crazy. It's just, yeah. Anyone? Come on up here. Whoever wants to come. You won't have to do much. Okay. So I'm going to have one person here, one person here, and then the other person just kind of chill for a bit. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Hello, hello. Okay. God told me that you're failing in school. Yeah, yeah. Do you want to go to college? Like, how are you gonna do that? Wow. Well, hey, let me pray over you because you really need that right now. And okay, that's like what not to do. So let's look at what to do. So, what's your name again? Dika. 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 D. D. Oh, D. Dika. Okay, Dika. Okay, so let's say God highlights Dika to me, and she has a brother that's in jail that she's been praying about. No, I mean no. I'm just, this is not like for real right now. And so God tells me to go over and like tell her that her brother is God is watching over her brother. Okay. Hi. Hi, I'm Amara. What's your name? Tika. Nice to meet you. Um, well, how are you doing? How's everything? Good. Good. Um, this is all exaggerated, by the way, but you get the drift. Anyway, well, it might sound crazy, but God told me that you have a brother in jail right now. Wow, yeah, and he told me that he just wanted to let you know that he's watching over your brother right now, and I don't know, maybe you've been hurt by that, and I just want to let you know that your brother is in good condition, like God is watching over him. And is there anything I could pray for you about? Anything? Great. Well, I will pray over you and da da da. Okay, so do you see like the contrast? I tried to make it as opposite as possible, just so you guys. I mean, and you guys love. Like, I know you guys aren't gonna be like, "You're going to hell, condemn you." I know you're not gonna do that, but I just wanted to kind of clear it up. So now that we have those two contrasts, maybe someone could practice on me.
Hi, how are you? Hi. God told me that you have some mental problems.
I
um,
haven't told anyone. How did
really.
you know that?
And to be specific, you have manic depression. So would you like me to pray over you?
Yeah. That was awesome. You did a great job. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do. And then quickly, I just wanted to talk about like this last. The first time I went treasure hunting, it was really like I was like treasure hunting, cool, talk to people. And then like the whole time I was just doubting that God would bring someone to me or like whatever. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to talk to anyone. Oh my gosh. And nothing really happened because I doubted God and I doubted like the power that He had. Um, and then the next time I went treasure hunting was pretty much like at Beach Reach, but it was pretty awesome. Like God just showed me just how faithful He was or He is, and like how just by faith, like so many things could happen. We're called to do so many things. Um, and then last thing, I just want to quickly share. Like 2 weekends ago, my friend Rochelle and I, we went out to eat. Like she went to Whataburger, and I wasn't hungry at the time, and so then we like went back to this place, and we were just talking. And then suddenly, I just got hungry again. And then we went to Jack in the Box, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And so we went to Jack in the Box, and I the guy that like was giving me my food. I'd met him like 3 times before, and I was like, "Oh, I remember you." And he's like, "Oh, what's up?" Blah, blah, blah. And so he ended up giving me like a whole lot of food. Like I just ordered like fries, and he ended up giving me like 4 tacos and like 2 fries. And he's like, "Yeah, have a great night." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." And I was like, "Man, I'm about to grub tonight." And then Rochelle was like, "Well, I'm not hungry. I feel like we should give this to a homeless person." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, we probably should. Yeah, you're right." Or whatever. So we waited on God. We're like, "Okay, God, this is like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like nearly, no, this is 4 o'clock in the morning." We're like, "Okay, God, like, where do you want us to go?" 15th Street. I immediately heard that, and I didn't question it. I went to 15th Street, and we were going, and like, we had the bag, and we were just like, "Okay, God, where do you want us to put it down? Where do you want us to put the food?" And I was busy looking for a person. Rochelle was like, "I feel like we might just have to leave it somewhere." And then immediately, God showed me like the person that we're going to give it to, or that the person that the food is for, but we weren't supposed to give it to them. We were supposed to leave it somewhere. So we got to this place, and like God spoke to me and my friend Rochelle, and we both had the same spot, like the same location and everything, and it was awesome. And we just like put the food down, and we had faith that, and we wrote a letter, but we had faith that like God had appointed that. And it was like 4:30 in the morning, Like, I don't know, it was awesome. And that just like strengthened my faith more. So, but I mean, we did it out of love. Like, you know, and we're called to be like Christ. And Christ didn't go around like, he had compassion for everyone. And that's what we should do too. Yeah. I love you guys.